What is going on, everyone? I hope you can hear me. That was a very loud intro. In fact, I think the mic is up a bit too loud. Let me just change that. Hello, welcome to the stream. For anyone not watching live, I just tried to start this just a minute ago, and it all went Pete Tong. No one could hear me. Basically, if you really want to know what happened, I have one profile for recording videos at a higher resolution. For streaming, because of my crappy internet connection, I have to stream at a lower resolution. I switched to that, and for whatever reason, the mic wasn't selected, so it basically had no input for the mic. But given that it took like 2 or 3 minutes to figure that out, I thought, why not just start again? So here we are. Welcome back to FPL 20... Well, no, it's not even welcome back, is it? It's welcome, because there's not been a video yet for FPL 2021. It has officially started. I realise I'm fully behind at this point. It launched on Saturday. I'm not doing a video till Sunday evening. Basically, it's game over for this channel. People have got their Game Week 1 teams locked in already. So there's no need to even listen to this probably. But we'll chat anyway. How are you all doing? Lots of people in the chat. Yeah, new season, same production value. That is what you get around here. I do have a new camera. You probably can't notice. It probably looks virtually the same as last time. I also have a very white watch mark here, just so you know. No, don't tell me there's no audio. I can see there's audio. See, I knew it wasn't working before. I could see it. I could see it. FPL Fan Show, what is up? Matthew Higgins, hello. How is it going? Did I see something about motor racing or bikes? No, I didn't, I'm afraid. You can't give me the no audio thing. I can see that it's not muted. Nice job with your ID. Yes, I got an ID of 40. An ID of 40. How am I feeling heading into the new season? I'm loving it. I cannot wait. I love this time of the season. There's hope. There's hope that we might actually win it. Last year's kind of forgotten about. We all know I did rubbish last year. I'm hoping I can do better. I'm hoping my password game will be better this year. No hacks. And yeah, I'm feeling good. How about you guys? What's up, Adam? Hello. I can't say hi to everyone. Like, I'd love to just sit here and say hi to everyone, but that would basically be the whole stream if I did. The only thing about this camera, by the way, it's a bit weird. It's higher up. So obviously it looks the same when I'm looking into it as if it was lower down, but it's higher up. So I'm like down to chat, up to the camera. So something to get used to it. Yeah, I think my ID last year was 58. I mean, the reason this video is coming out today and not yesterday is because I was away this weekend. So I've kind of looked at some of the prices. Like I know how much Werner is, I know how much Martial is, Fernandes, Greenwood, Sterling, etc. But I don't know. I haven't looked at every single team so far. So we'll probably do that during this stream. Basically, I've got a bit of a draft, but it's not going to be. Obviously, the draft is going to change. There'll be a first draft video out tomorrow as well. But make sure, by the way, you subscribe. I know it's going to take a while because I'm only on 62k right now, but I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this season at some point, probably not before the start of the season. But if you haven't already, you're watching this, make sure you subscribe. There are streams and videos every single week in pre-season, during the season. Everyone in the chat will hopefully tell you there's good reason to subscribe. So make sure you do if you haven't already, and give the stream a like, and we'll get onto teams and stuff and questions in a minute. It's the season of the Adams. 25 plus goals coming from Che Adams. I mean, 25 plus, absolutely not. But he could be a good option. We'll talk about him. 2.5 million less than Danny Ings. There's a site with a similar logo. Yeah, I think they were replying to me earlier. Basically use exactly the same colour scheme. Elliot, how's it going? Buzzing for a new year. This is the best time of the year. Let's not. This is unless you're like winning FPL towards the end of the season. This is the best time because you've got the hope. Once Game Week 1's done, you realise you ain't going to win. But now we know it can happen. Elite FPL, what is going on? What player? Okay, yeah. Let's get to some questions. I'll bring up. I mean, I don't want to put a team on screen right now because I'll just get loads of questions about the team, and obviously it's not locked in any situation. We'll do that in a minute. Let's get going for some pre-questions on this screen first. So what player prices have I been surprised by? I mean, I think Firmino was due a price drop. I can't believe he's still 9.5 million. I fully get why, because he plays for Liverpool, a team that can score loads of goals. And if he does well, that's obviously a lot of points for not... I mean, 9.5 million is a lot cheaper than Salah or Mane, but the draw to go for Salah, Mane, Trent, Robbo is so big... They should have priced Firmino at a better price to get people going for him. I think Pope is overpriced. I'm going to say it. I know people love Pope. I get what people are saying. If you price him at 5, it's too low. 5.5 is probably too high. There's no middle ground. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think 5 million would have been fine. I think a lot of people, especially kind of hardcore players or whatever, people who put a little bit more time in than maybe so-called casuals, probably would still turn their nose up a bit at 5 million because they like 4.5 million goalkeepers. But I guess in the way that FPL are pricing goalkeepers now, where there aren't so many 4.5s, then yeah, he would have been the pick of the 5 millions. But I don't know, 5.5 million just feels too high for me. I'm also surprised that Martinez. I'll bring my screen up. I'll bring my team up in a sec. I'm also a bit confused why Martinez is 4.5 and Leno is 5. Now I know that sometimes the reserve keeper is priced lower, but in the case of Arsenal, I'm sure Leno is going to come back in. But Martinez did so well. What if he keeps his place? 4.5 million for an Arsenal goalkeeper when Pope is 5.5 makes no sense. Do I think Werner is overpriced? I don't think so. Lots of promise from what I've seen of him. His stats seem good. I think a lot of people are expecting him to just hit the ground running. We've seen Pulisic do okay from the Bundesliga. Aubameyang's done okay as well. So I don't think he's overpriced. 9.5 is probably fair. I think one thing with FPL is they've kind of started to learn their lessons with prices. Like, they haven't priced too many players too low. It does take a bit of the fun out of it, because when we used to get promoted teams, you'd usually get a bargain. Like, I think 4 now. Is it 4? No, who is it? Sorry, I can't remember. I think is it Pablo Hernandez? I don't want to get the names right. I really need to look up on the promoted teams, so I know there's going to be so many questions about them. Yeah, Pablo Hernandez, 6 million. In days gone by, he would have been like 5.5 easy. And maybe that made things too easy. I don't know, but 6 million, you can't. I don't know, probably just a wait and see or whatever. Pope may end up a Chelsea player. If so, he'll suddenly not seem so bad. Yeah, fair point, but I just wouldn't go for 5.5s or above. Never will. Pulisic is 8.5s. Yeah, decent price, I think. Let me bring up... I mean, this is just I've put the page like this because I want to go through some teams and stuff, some players. Because I've not looked through every team yet. So this isn't like a reaction, oh my god, I don't know anything. But there is a lot of player prices I don't know. I haven't seen. Thanks so much for your guidance last season. It helped a lot of my mini league. Good stuff. I don't always follow your advice. Yeah, I'm not like I always say this on the streets. Like, I don't want to sit here and say like I'm really, really bad at the game. Don't listen to what I'm saying. But I don't know everything. No FPL manager knows everything. I'm just giving my opinion. There's no you don't have to agree with everything I say. By the way, I missed a super chat. I think I missed a super chat in the last. I did miss a super chat in the last stream, didn't I? I don't think I can easily go and find out who it is while we're live, unfortunately. So apologies for that. But yeah, whoever super chatted to say that I was muted in the last stream, I was too busy panicking about it to read who it was. So apologies for that. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here are the questions. Oh, Trent's price, yeah, 7.5. I mean, I think it was crazy for people to be expecting 8.5 or 9 million. I said that in the price prediction video. There was no way he was going to be 9 million. I did say I wouldn't be shocked at 8.5, but I did put him at 8. So 7.5, I think they could have priced him at 8 and that would have been fair. That's what I'm saying. I'm most impressed that you're in the Everton fan league. Yeah, I just quickly did it to get the top ID, you know. So yeah, I think Trent's price is maybe a little bit low. I don't think he's not going to be 80-90% owned. People want to put their money in attack. He's going to be very highly owned though. He's going to be 50% plus probably. What am I missing regarding Vinagre? I think that it's just a situation that Johnny's injured and he's going to be injured going into the season. I think Wolves' defence is decent, especially when Bolly is fit. We saw that last year. Job done. Get Vinagre of 4.5 million potential if they play 3-5-2. Or 3-4-3, whatever. Attacking wing back, maybe. Aubameyang is a midfielder. I told you he's going to be a midfielder. I literally bet money, although the bet went to charity, with someone on Twitter. Loads of people wanted to take up the bet. I told you he'd be a midfielder. If he wasn't going to be a midfielder, they would have had to overhaul how they do things. Salah would be a forward, etc. So the precedent was set, and Aubameyang had to be a midfielder. I don't think it was... I was a little bit worried about the bet, but not a huge amount. The money went to charity anyway, so all good. Can't pick a team until the fixtures are out. Yeah, of course. It's a bit of a weird situation because FPL has launched without the fixtures. But it is what it is. You just get on with it, right? So, of course, this is my team now. But it's going to change. It'll probably change when I do the video tomorrow, you know? So, yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, this is 3-4-3. I think when the prices came out, a lot of people said go 3-5-2 because they'd seen Aubameyang. Basically, Aubameyang came out, Salah, Sterling, KDB, and everyone was like, let's go 3-5-2. But obviously, when you actually try and make a 3-5-2, you realise those players are very expensive and you can't fit them in. And from a really quick look, around the 6 to 7 million mark, I definitely think there's better forwards than there are midfielders. Now, I haven't given it proper thought yet and had a proper deep dive into it. But that's my quick thinking, that Antonio, Wood, Mitrovic, Che Adams could be much better value than the same price midfielders, which is why I've gone super cheap up front. What's my thinking behind Walker Peters? I mean, basically, I've got 4.5 million defenders, and there ain't that many to choose from. But I think Southampton were kind of on the up for a lot, actually, after that 9-0 last year. I think defensively they could be okay, and he's not a bad attacking shout either. For 4.5 million, from what I've seen, we're not in that situation where there's loads of really standout 4.5 million options. So yeah, I think Walker Peters, Vinagre, kind of best of a bad bunch, really. That front line is dullard. Is it though? Is it? I mean, how many midfielders have you seen with Sterling, Salah, Fernandes, and Pulisic? How many have you seen like that? None, I'd say. Not none, but probably not that many. So you have to have the cheap forward line. Yeah, okay. I keep seeing people talking about Salah, but let's go on to some teams. I don't know how well you can see this. So, like I was saying, I'm a bit surprised that Leno is 0.5 more than Martinez. I don't know why they didn't just price Martinez the same. That seems like a mistake to me. Everyone's saying that Saliba, I don't know how you pronounce it. 4.5 is nailed on. I don't know if that's true. But everyone in the chat is talking about it, and they were on Twitter the other day as well. So 4.5 could be a great option for Arsenal. What I would say is don't overthink my team too much in terms of people being absolutely nailed on, because a lot of them are placeholders. Like if I was going to go for 4.5 million defenders, which I probably wouldn't in the end, if I was going to do that, these are just placeholders. They're not absolutely confirmed who I'd go for right now. Again, Jones, Liverpool spot. Look, I can just change them right now. It doesn't have to be Jones. Let's just put McCarthy in there. Job done. Doesn't matter who it is. Arsenal are in the Charity Shield. Let's wait on Salah. But yeah, good point. Hold it. Yeah, so let me go back to Arsenal. Just really quickly. The defence is quite interestingly priced because Bellerin, who you'd assume is going to be first choice right back, right? He's 5 million, and I don't know if he's as attacking as Tierney, but I don't think he's 0.5 million worse, right? So Bellerin seems like a better pick than Tierney all of a sudden. Like 5.5 for Tierney. I mean, it's kind of what I expected, but I would have liked to have seen a 5. Which formation would be the best? Who knows? You could do well with 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 5-4-1, maybe. 3-5-2, 3-4-3. It depends. Pick the players, not the formation. That's what I would say. Like I said earlier, I prefer the 6 to 7 million forwards from a quick first look anyway, to the 6-7 million midfielders. So that kind of points me to 3-4-3, but you could be 3-5-2. Best advice: never let anyone influence your own thinking moves. Absolutely, I would fully agree with that. Carlis E, how is it going? Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Hope you are too. Have a good season. What do you think about Greenwood price? I was surprised that he's 7.5 this year. Aubameyang over Salah. Salah's always going to be my number one choice. I know he scored a bit less last season, but it wasn't that many less points. Salah's going to be the number one, but that will really depend on fixtures. If Aubameyang has a really nice start, then yeah, I might start with him over Salah. And the beauty of them all being similar prices, so 11.5 Sterling, De Bruyne, Mane's 12, Salah's 12, Aubameyang's 12. You can just move them around. You don't. The one thing I would say is this team is not the team for the season. It's not even the team for this week, probably. But it is not the team for the season. So don't panic about making these big decisions that Aubameyang is a much better option than Salah or vice versa, because it will change. Simple as that. So Aubameyang, I think he's a great option at 12 as a midfielder. But let's see what the fixtures are like. I'm a bit surprised that Greenwood was 7.5. It's quite a bit less than Bruno. But he's not first choice. He's not necessarily first choice if Sancho is signed. That's a big if, though, right now. So, yeah, if he's starting week in, week out for 7.5, he could be a really good option. I'm never going to get through the teams. There's too many questions. I was going to go team by team, but that's 20 teams. It's going to take forever. So I'll just kind of go by the questions. William, by the way, 8 million. Nah, no penalties. Pepe, 8 million. Dura price drop for sure. That could be a good price. Azzy, how's it going? Thanks very much for that. Digne, Doherty or Laporte, better 6 million. Yeah, Lucas Digne, 6 million. I'm not liking that at all right now, unless the fixtures are really good. I feel like Man City are not going to do as badly defensively as they did this year. But I mean, Doherty's probably the best, depending on the fixtures. He's just so attacking. As some people thought, I didn't really give it too much thought, so I won't say whether I would have or not. But a lot of people thought that what's his name? Doherty was going to be 6.5 this year, so to stay at 6, quite decent. If Man United don't sign Sancho, then Greenwood is a must. I don't know if he's a must, but he's a good option. I mean, 7.5 obviously it's a much cheaper way to get into that Man United attack. What rule changes? Yeah, so the deadline has been changed now. Ake is 5.5. The thing with Ake is, I mean, they spent quite a bit of money on him, I guess. Pep has said before plenty of times that he likes Laporte because he's left-footed. Obviously, he's a great defender as well, but the reason that he's a left-footed centre-back to play on that left side, like Pep really rates that. He thinks that's a huge tactical advantage or whatever it might be. So then to have Ake, he's also left-footed, right? So is that? I'm not saying two left-footed defenders can't play next to each other, right? I'm not saying that because obviously two right-footed players can. But Pep just made such a big deal about Laporte being left-footed at once. I just wonder if Ake's even going to be first choice. If he is, 5.5 million could be a bargain. We'll have to see. You like the idea of a Liverpool double up? Yeah, nothing against it, to be honest. I don't know if I would go Trent and Robbo or Trent and Van Dijk. Like Van Dijk 6.5, 0.5 less than Robbo. That's probably how I would start, just to eke a bit more money out of the team. First week won't be 10 games. That depends where teams get in Europe. So I think if Man United, I think it's hard to say, but if Man United went all the way through to the final, which we'll see, and they, may or may not do, then they might miss the first game. But we'll have to see. 100% Ake is not first choice. I mean, it's pretty impossible to say that right now, right? I mean, I'm not completely confident either, but until we start seeing some games, who knows? My first team will really depend on the fixtures for the first. Yeah, of course it will. Like I've seen a lot of people saying that you shouldn't make teams until the fixtures are out. Obviously, fixtures helps a lot, and our teams will change massively based on fixtures. But it's FPL, it's launched. We don't want to. Oh, what an idiot! Hang on, I've just realised something. Jesus, you'd think I'd know all this stuff by now, wouldn't you? You think I would know? Oh, how weird. You think I would know to change the blooming... I'm going to do it live now. Because why not? Let's see. You think I'd change the league code, wouldn't you? I'm changing it as we speak. There we go. The league code's nowhere near as nice this year. I need to just get rid of that whole bar, don't I? I need to put something else new in the bar. I'll worry about that another time. Ah! Oh my god. Honestly, you think I would know this by now. Okay, I've changed the league code. For anyone that wants to sign up, let me go on that. Okay. Has it changed? Yes, it's changed. There we go. This is fun, isn't it? You think I knew what I was doing by now? Your forward line looks quite boring. What does boring mean? What does boring mean? Boring as in they're going to get lots of points. Because we're not, by the way, we're clearly not going to be going through all the teams. I'm going to stop showing that on there. I'm going to make this bigger. So you can see my boring front line even more. Even more. You're in mid-season 4. I don't know what form I'm in. I'm on the beach still. I was not even hungover. Production value deserves a price decrease. Oof, that is harsh. That is harsh. Make sure to subscribe, by the way, if you haven't already. The road to 100k is on. Hit that like button as well. Plenty more stuff to come. Don't you think Kane is great for 10.5? You look like prime Kane at the end of the season. Yeah, I think it's better than 11. I don't know about Kane. I agree, he did look much better towards the end of the season. Maybe if they got really good fixtures. Like, obviously, I don't want to sit here the whole stream and just say it depends on the fixtures, but that will be a big deciding factor. I'd have to have some really good fixtures to want to go for Kane over other kind of big hitters. You just put any old team together. Yeah, that's what I did first. Auto-complete for the win. Yeah, Guerrero at 10.5 does seem nuts, by the way. That's crazy. Like, there was almost no reason to do that. To put, what was he last year? Was he 12? Did he start at 12 last year? Let me see. I think he did. Yeah, he started at 12 last year. So to drop him 1.5 million, I don't know. I don't really get that thinking. I guess they're trying to encourage more people to go for him instead of Sterling or Kevin De Bruyne, which is fair enough, really. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the moat. I don't know why. I think because I've got a new camera, the lens is picking up more in the room, so it's picking up the mic more. Whereas before, the webcam didn't pick up the bottom so much. So yeah, I try and keep it down. I don't know if it sounds as good when it's this far away from my face, but maybe it does. Aguero is on his last legs. I don't think he should really. I mean, I kind of agree that I'd be surprised if it doesn't happen at some point, but well, it will happen at some point, of course. But he hasn't really looked like that. Like last season, I know he got injured, but that's what it is. Werner is a beast. It could be a huge early punt. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at Werner. I will not lie. He's someone I'd like. My current overall rank is joint first. Yes, that's not going to be the last time it's joint first either. Why didn't I go for a big hit and attacker like Werner or Martial? Well, the thing is, Werner is nice. Don't get me wrong. 9.5. But if Pulisic was fit to start, I don't know if he will be, for 1 million less, I think Pulisic could be a great option too. Fernandes, by the way, so people are asking about, I don't know about Fernandes at 10.5. We're going to get as many penalties as we did last year. We did get, I think I looked, we got 14 last year. I think we got 12 the year before that. But then before that, it was like 3, 4, 5 kind of for the previous 2 or 3 seasons. So yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I got to be. I'm not going to take notice of many in the comments that don't like the team. I mean, at this point, there is so much tinkering still to be done. If money was not a concern, which forward would you have in your team? Money is always a concern. Money is always a concern. Always. Maybe Martial, Vardy. Depends on the fixtures. Surely Rashford plus 1 million over Bruno. Yeah, probably. That would let me get Werner instead of Pulisic. Can you talk about good options for cheap strikers other than Antonio? I mean, Antonio's great. Mitrovic, the one thing about Mitrovic that worries me is he's had a couple of opportunities in the league. He's done okay. Maybe this is this third time now. There's Newcastle, the first time for Fulham. He could be good with the right fixtures. I think Chris Wood is always a pretty solid bet as well. Again, it would depend on Burnley's fixtures, but yeah, I quite like Chris Wood as an option, 6.5. I mean, Calvert-Lewin got a price increase. I almost feel like Chris Wood could almost justify 7 million as well. Is Son essential at 9 million? Nah, I mean he's only 0.5 million less than last year, right? Not sure he's suddenly bargain of the season. Cheap fullbacks like Kyle Walker-Peters. By the way, I should say, and I say this as my internet connection just dropped a little bit. There is some light at the end of the tunnel with my internet situation. Just to bore you with internet for a sec, I'm hopefully getting fibre to the home. We're talking 1,000 meg download, 100 meg upload through fibre. It could happen. It could happen. The work is being done. The problem is, from what I've read, even though the work starts, it can still take like 6 months plus until it happens. But when that happens, my days, I'll be able to stream in 1080 without any lag. Whereas right now I'm streaming at 720 and I'm still worried it's going to lag. So yes, I will announce fibre to the home when it happens. But I just thought I'd let you know. Suchek, whoa, microphone, whoa, this is why I need it up like this. Okay, a few things there. St. Maximin and Souček look like good value. Yes, I think if you really want big hitting enablers elsewhere, the only thing is, for me, like some people are saying that Souček is a good fifth midfield option. Now he is. I guarantee when people get close to game week 1, they're going to want as much value as possible. So they're going to go down to a 4.5 million midfielder. That's what I would do, personally. So that's why I'm not looking at Souček. I don't know if I would trust him as a fourth mid, even though if the fixtures are right, I maybe consider it, especially if it lets me get the team I want elsewhere. And St. Maximin, did I read right as well? Let me just check here. St. Maximin's 5.5 and Almiron's 6. Why? Why did that happen? Points per match. What do they... Oh, it doesn't even show from last year. I'd have to manually work it out. I'm not going to do it now. But yeah, that's weird, I think. A little bit of everything. How's it going? Did a little bit of research. Alioshi at Leeds. Okay, I will say I've promoted teams. Not too sure myself yet. I need to do some proper research. I am still working with Fantasy Football Scout, yeah. Did a little bit of research. Alioshi, what a great name. At Leeds, 4.5 million defender, plays in advanced left wing. 1920, played 39, 5 goals, 3 assists. 18-19, played 44. 7 goals, 5 assists. 17-18, played 42. 7 goals. I mean, that seems pretty decent. Wasn't all the talk for Leeds? I mean, I've seen so many threads on Dallas and... It was Dallas and someone else. Who was the other one? Oh, have they put him as a midfielder? I can't remember who it was. It was Dallas and someone. I kept seeing so many threads about him. I stopped looking in the end. Yeah, everyone seems to love this Dallas guy. But I need to do a bit more research. But that's nice. I mean, that looks like pretty good. Attacking fullbacks where it's at. Can Leeds come up and do it in the Prem, though? It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Oh, yeah, Eiling. That's it. Yeah, so many threads. So we'll see. Lee's documentary on Amazon Prime is really good. I don't have Amazon Prime. Should get it really, shouldn't I? Dale Stevens, 4.5 million fifth mid. Yeah, someone like him. Like I said, this is just... don't worry about my team too much right now. This is like a general chat. I have to have the team on the screen. Is it Alos? Hang on. Let me see. Alioski. Alioski. Not she. My bad. You have so many names to learn. I know. Promoted sides are always the worst. I have basically nailed Ziyech, though. The new Chelsea boy. Even though I thought it was Zajcek. Apparently it's Ziyech. So I've nailed that already. But yeah, everyone else. Whew, promoted sides. Nightmare. I saw Brian was 5 minutes. I've already answered that question about Fantasy Football Scout. Listen. Yeah, Brian Fulham, 5 million. I think that's all because he scored that free kick. Dallas, Northern Ireland, international, plays fullback for Leeds, right, but as a midfielder for Northern Ireland. Alioski seems to start last few games, but people who watch Leeds obviously think minutes are managed. Yeah. Is that squad based on price points? Nah, not really. I mean, obviously I can move around quite nicely, but yeah, not hugely. Man United versus Arsenal, game week 1. I would take that leak with a pinch of salt because there's often leaks and they're often not right, so just wait. I'm shocked you don't have Harry Maguire on my team. There's no way I can have Harry Maguire. 5.5 million. Not happening. Not happening. Not yet. At some point, maybe. Maybe the fixtures are right. Do I think Ings is a good shot? I mean, Ings is the same... Ings is the same price as Jimenez, isn't he? I mean, the problem with Ings is Che Adams is 2.5 million cheaper. I don't know if I can spend 8.5 on Ings. But then if he does what he did last year, it'd be an absolute bargain. So it's not to say that he shouldn't do it. Why no De Bruyne in your squad? Thanks very much, Robert. Because I've got Sterling instead. Sterling is the man. Sterling is the man. I don't know. I mean, I can't have both. So I think Sterling is kind of the goal scorer in that team versus De Bruyne. If De Bruyne has still got penalties, then it does become a slightly different conversation because you've got so many attacking returns anyway without them. I don't know. It could be huge. De Bruyne's current ownership is 60%. Yeah, I mean, De Bruyne's ownership is going to be high because he was the top scorer midfielder last year. So everyone's going to search by that and just and just put the most points scored in. We'll put the highest point scorer in. But I just think Sterling, if he is lower, whatever, I guess. If I had to look at this team now and think where would I make changes, I think Pulisic and Fernandes down to slightly cheaper options maybe and put the money elsewhere. Or maybe, Fernandes and Pulisic combined are 19 million. If I got that right, 19 million. So I could go for like a 6 or 7 mid plus another massive hitter. Or just more realistically, I'd probably downgrade Fernandes a bit to someone like Rashford or Son, downgrade Pulisic a lot, and then maybe put some more money in defence. Something like that. Should say, by the way, I have Patreon set up again for this season if anyone wants to support the channel a little bit more. And rather than just do like a Wall of Fame type thing for people on the highest tier, basically everyone who signs up to Patreon now is going to get a shout out. Not a literal shout out because that would take forever every stream, but I'm going to get this design better as well. But look, we have a Patreon, and I'm much bigger on this screen, which we do not need to see. A Patreon Wall of Fame. So everyone that is signed up to Patreon will feature... Oh, I've pressed the wrong button. Will feature in every single stream as well. So thanks very much to everyone that's already signed up. I've also added some exclusive videos to Patreon this year as well. The mini league thing, I don't know if we can do mini leagues anymore, but either way there'll be prizes like randomly given away every month as well. So if you want to check that out, link is in the description below. I've kind of overhauled it a bit for this season, so if you're interested, help me take this to the next level. Let's get it on. Not literally. But check out the link in the description below. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Where's my United top? I don't know, probably in the wash. Can't wear them. I've only got one Man United top that like fits properly, so you can't wear it every single time. I do have my other frames though for all my signed Man United shirts, so hopefully I'll get them up behind me, which no one will be able to see because there's a green screen there. But maybe for other videos and stuff. Not FPL related, but Messi is leaving. Where that's not happening, is it? That's not happening. Messi ain't leaving. Come on. Am I going to watch the Man United games? Yes, I am. That's actually, I was originally streaming at 8, completely forgetting that the game was on at 8. So I don't know much about that game or how that game is going to go. Really, it's gonna be tough. I like the lineup though. I'm never too sure about. I think Romero's played most of the games, and they've suddenly put De Gea back in. Messi at Man City, good FPL value. It depends on his price. Depends on his price. The thing is, if someone like Messi came to the Premier League, which is not going to happen, right? But I just couldn't not have him in my team, even if they price him at like 15 million. You just have to have Messi. You'd have to say that you'd had Messi in your FPL team, you know? Sevilla, yeah. A lot of people think Sevilla are going to win. Rules. Don't know why you spam that. Is Raul Jimenez good value? I mean, like people, I think Jenks was saying it and Adam earlier in the chat. The thing about Raul Jimenez, he delivers. It's just what he does. So for 8.5 million, you're probably going to get a steady returner, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Europa League will have a big emphasis on start. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I've said already, these drafts are going to change. We've got our team's going to start in game week 1. How much rest have they had? What are the fixtures and stuff like that? Yeah, it's hard to say, you know. To check your ID, click View Game Week History, and then the number in the URL is your ID, basically. That's it. I should say as well, make sure you sub to my second channel. All the links are in the description. Second channel, Instagram links. Check it all on there. Extra content and all that good stuff. So make sure you check that. Messi will be 18 minutes. He wouldn't. He's past it now anyway, isn't he? Will I still be getting early tea news? I mean, to be fair, it's not like I had a contact. I was just reading it off Twitter. But probably not. You're probably not going to get as much early team news now. Not with 90-minute deadlines. I'm fine with it, to be honest. It is what it is. Any Everton players worth it? I can't. This one team I've not even looked at, to be honest. Well, I have kind of looked at it. I think Richarlison could have got a price drop. Calvert-Lewin going up to 7. Not sure about that. I mean, midfield-wise, not interested. And even the defence is quite expensive. Lucas Digne is 6 million. I guess he's priced at that because of what he can do, but I need to see something. Pickford at 5. If you wanted a 5 million goalkeeper, but I'd probably prefer Leno, I think. Bowen is a nice option. What did Bowen get priced at? 6.5, I assume. Yeah, 6.5. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, he could be a nice option. I quite like Antonio, though, for the same price, even though he's not a midfielder anymore. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. It's about 40. Well, it's probably not, but it's nearly 40 minutes. I'm going to leave the first stream there. So for anyone that's new, make sure you subscribe. I don't usually stream too much before the season starts. I'll be doing loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of normal videos. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. If any of you want to sign up and support the stream on Patreon, the link is in the description below. Make sure you do that. If you want to send me a message about it, obviously you can do that as well. There's WhatsApp and stuff on there as well now. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, like the stream, subscribe, plenty more content to come. Follow me on Instagram, link in the description below. Follow the second channel, link in the description below. Thanks very much for returning already. The game's only just launched, but yeah, there's still 1,500 people watching already, which is great. And yeah, I will catch you again soon for plenty of videos and maybe a stream or two before the season starts. Obviously, regular content. We'll have all the normal streams and stuff. And hopefully, some fibre to the home, which would be amazing. I'm going to check out now, go and watch the Man United game. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you again soon. Cheers all.